After age 50, bone health becomes more than a concern. It becomes a priority. With each passing decade, our bones naturally lose density, making us more vulnerable to fractures, osteoporosis, and chronic pain. But the good news? What you eat can make a big difference. In today's Thrive Sphere episode, we're diving deep into the science and strategy behind bone-boosting superfoods. Get ready to upgrade your plate and your strength for decades to come. Chapter 1. Understanding Bone. Aging after 51.1. The silent decline. As we age, our bodies gradually begin to break down bone faster than they can rebuild it. This decline begins subtly in your 30s but accelerates after menopause in women and steadily progresses in men over 50. Osteoblasts, the cells responsible for building bone, slow down, while osteoclasts, bone-destroying cells, pick up speed. 1.2. Key bone health risks after 50. Osteopenia, a precursor to osteoporosis, often symptomless osteoporosis, a disease where bones become porous and fragile. Fracture risk, especially hips, wrists, and spine postural changes, like stooping and height loss, loss of independence, from mobility issues and prolonged recovery times. Chapter 2. Nutrients that build and protect bones. Your bones are not lifeless structures. They're living, dynamic tissues constantly being broken down and rebuilt. And like any construction project, they need the right materials and tools. After 50, our bodies require a precise blend of nutrients to maintain density, strength, and flexibility. In this chapter, we'll explore the 5 most important nutrients for bone health and exactly where to find them in your diet. 2.1. Calcium, the classic builder. Let's start with the one you've heard about the most, calcium. It's the mineral your body uses as the primary building block for bones and teeth. Roughly 99% of the calcium in your body is stored in your bones. But here's what many people don't realize. After age 50, your body doesn't absorb calcium as efficiently. Women, especially postmenopausal and older men, are at increased risk of calcium deficiency. The recommended intake for adults over 50? Around 1,200 milligrams per day. Yet more isn't always better. Excess calcium from supplements may not be absorbed properly and could end up in places you don't want it, like your arteries. That's why getting calcium from whole foods is ideal. Top food sources: sardines, with bones. A single can provides nearly 350 milligrams of calcium. Kale, a leafy green with highly bioavailable calcium. Yogurt, choose full-fat and unsweetened varieties for maximum benefit. Almonds, a handful offers around 75 milligrams of calcium and healthy fats. Tofu, calcium said. Just half a cup can provide over 400 milligrams. 2.2 vitamin D, the calcium chauffeur. Calcium can't work alone. Without vitamin D, much of the calcium you consume simply passes through your body unused. That's why vitamin D is often called the calcium chauffeur. It helps absorb calcium from your gut and transport it to your bones. Unfortunately, up to 40% of adults over 50 are deficient in vitamin D, largely because our skin becomes less efficient at synthesizing it from sunlight as we age. Best sources of vitamin D: sunlight. Aim for 10 to 20 minutes of sun exposure on bare skin, preferably before 10 a.m. or after 4 p.m. Salmon, wild caught. Rich in D3 and anti-inflammatory omega-3s. Egg yolks. Contain modest amounts of D, don't skip the yolk. Fortified foods. Look for D3 fortified plant milks and cereals. Mushrooms, UV exposed. These are a rare plant-based source of vitamin D2. Pro tip: many older adults benefit from a D3 supplement, especially in winter months. Aim for 1,000 to 2,000 IU daily, unless advised otherwise by a doctor. 2.3 magnesium, the stabilizer. Magnesium is often overshadowed, but it plays a starring role in bone health. It activates vitamin D into its usable form and helps integrate calcium into bone tissue. Studies show that people with higher magnesium intake tend to have higher bone density, especially in the hips and spine. Deficiency, on the other hand, is shockingly common, and not just in the elderly. Magnesium-rich foods to focus on. Avocados, packed with magnesium, potassium, and healthy fats. Spinach and Swiss chard. 1 cup cooked contains up to 150 milligrams. Pumpkin seeds. Just 1 ounce gives you over 150 milligrams. Dark chocolate, 85% plus. A tasty, antioxidant-rich source of magnesium. Remember, chronic stress, alcohol, and sugar can deplete magnesium. So replenishing it daily is key to bone and overall health. 2.4 vitamin K2, the calcium director. Here's a game changer. Vitamin K2 doesn't just help your bones, it protects your heart by ensuring calcium goes to your skeleton, not your arteries. While vitamin K1 found in leafy greens helps with blood clotting, vitamin K2 directs calcium into bones and teeth and prevents it from depositing in soft tissues like blood vessels. There are 2 main forms, MK4, found in animal foods, MK7, longer acting, found in fermented foods. Top K2 sources, natto, a fermented soybean dish from Japan, and MK7 powerhouse. Hard cheeses like Gouda or Jarlsberg, naturally rich in K2. Egg yolks from pasture-raised chickens have more K2. Grass-fed butter or ghee, small amounts of K2 and healthy fats. Most modern Western diets are low in K2. So, incorporating fermented foods or a K2 supplement can be a smart move, especially if you're taking calcium or vitamin D. In fact, collagen makes up nearly 1/3 of bone structure, providing the flexibility and resilience that minerals alone can't offer. As we age, collagen production naturally declines. This not only affects skin elasticity and joints, but also bone health. Supporting collagen synthesis is essential for preventing fractures and improving mobility. Best sources of collagen and supportive protein. Bone broth, rich in gelatin, glycine, and proline. Collagen powder. Hydrolyzed collagen peptides are easy to absorb. Chicken skin and fish skin, natural sources of collagen. Eggs, especially the whites, provide amino acids essential for collagen formation. Vitamin C-rich foods, oranges, bell peppers, needed to synthesize new collagen. Don't forget overall protein intake. After 50, your body requires more protein to maintain both muscle mass and bone tissue. Aim for at least 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, and spread it evenly throughout the day. Bone health isn't built with just calcium pills. It's a symphony of nutrients, each playing a role, each needing the other. So when you build your plate, think of it not just as food, but as the raw material of your strength, resilience, and independence. Chapter 3, the top 15 bone-boosting superfoods. When it comes to protecting your bones after 50, food isn't just fuel, it's medicine. Nutrients like calcium, magnesium, vitamin K2, and collagen are critical for maintaining bone mass, reducing fracture risk, and promoting mobility as we age. But not all sources are created equal. Some foods deliver these bone-strengthening compounds in highly absorbable forms. Let's explore the top 15 superfoods that can help build and protect your bones, deliciously and naturally. 3.1 Sardines. Sardines are one of the few foods that pack calcium, vitamin D, phosphorus, and omega-3s, all in one small package. Why? Because they include tiny edible bones that are rich in calcium. Just 1 3-ounce can provides over 300 milligrams of calcium rich in vitamin D. which helps you absorb that calcium omega-3 fatty acids, reduce inflammation that can contribute to bone loss. Pro tip: choose canned sardines in olive oil or water and pair with greens for an even bigger bone boost. 3.2 kale and leafy greens. Kale, collard greens, bok choy, and turnip greens are loaded with bioavailable calcium, the kind your body actually absorbs. Unlike spinach, kale contains very low oxalates, which means calcium absorption isn't blocked. Kale. 1 cup cooked equals 180 milligrams of calcium. Also rich in vitamin K, essential for bone-building proteins, provides magnesium, potassium, and fiber. Best served lightly steamed, sautéed, or raw in salads with olive oil for added absorption. 3.3 chia seeds. Chia seeds might be tiny, but they're mighty bone protectors. 1 tablespoon equals 180 milligrams of calcium. Also rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce bone inflammation. Packed with fiber and phosphorus, 2 more allies for bone strength. How to enjoy: add to smoothies, oatmeal, yogurt, or make overnight chia pudding. 3.4 almonds. Almonds offer a triple win: calcium, magnesium, and healthy fats. 1 ounce equals 75 milligrams of calcium magnesium. Helps convert vitamin D into its active form. Contains vitamin E and plant protein. Serving tips: snack on raw almonds or blend into almond butter smoothies. 3.5 tofu, calcium set. For plant-based eaters, calcium set tofu is a bone-friendly superstar. 1 to 2 cup equals 250 to 400 milligrams of calcium if made with calcium sulfate. Also provides protein iron and isoflavones that help protect postmenopausal bone health. Label tip: look for calcium sulfate in the ingredient list to ensure it's calcium fortified. 3.6 yogurt and kefir. Fermented dairy like yogurt and kefir delivers calcium, vitamin D, probiotics, and protein, all in one. 1 cup Greek yogurt equals 200 to 300 milligrams of calcium. Probiotics support gut health, which is vital for nutrient absorption. Choose unsweetened, full-fat versions for optimal benefits. Bonus: full-fat dairy helps absorb fat-soluble vitamins D and K. 3.7 salmon with bones. Canned wild salmon, bones included, is one of the most complete bone foods. 3 ounces equals 180 to 250 milligrams of calcium. Also contains vitamin D, omega-3s, and high-quality protein. The soft bones are completely edible and safe. Suggestion: use in salmon patties, salads, or sandwiches. 3.8 eggs. The yolk of the egg isn't just tasty, it's loaded with bone-supportive nutrients. Contains vitamin D, naturally occurring, provides choline, which helps form collagen rich in vitamin K2, which directs calcium into bones, not arteries. Tip: eat the whole egg. The yolk has the nutrients. 3.9 natto. This sticky fermented soybean dish may be an acquired taste, but it's a bone-saving powerhouse. Highest food source of vitamin K2, a nutrient many people lack. Helps guide calcium into bones and away from arteries. Also contains probiotics and plant-based protein. Bonus. Tip: mix with mustard and soy sauce to balance the flavor. 3.10 prunes. Yes, prunes. Research shows that eating just 5 to 6 prunes a day can prevent and even reverse bone loss in older women. Rich in boron, vitamin K, and polyphenols that promote bone formation. Natural mild laxative, supporting gut health and digestion. Serving suggestion: pair with nuts for a bone-friendly snack. 3.11 collagen-rich broths. Bone broth delivers collagen, amino acids, glycine, and trace minerals, all vital for bone matrix integrity and joint resilience. Supports the 30% of bone made from collagen, may improve joint pain and skin elasticity too. Contains glucosamine and chondroitin linked to cartilage health. Pro tip: sip as a warm drink or use as a base for soups and stews. 3.12 Spinach in moderation. Spinach is rich in magnesium, iron, and fiber, but it contains oxalates which bind to calcium and prevent absorption. Best used for magnesium intake, not as your main calcium source. Pair with vitamin C-rich foods like lemon juice to help reduce oxalate effects. Tip: alternate with low oxalate greens like kale or arugula. 3.13 Figs. Figs, especially dried, are naturally high in calcium, fiber, potassium, and polyphenols. 5 dried figs equals 135 milligrams of calcium antioxidants, reduce inflammation that damages bones. A healthy alternative to sugary desserts. Enjoy as a snack, in oatmeal, or chopped into salads. 3.14 Lentils and beans. Lentils, black beans, and chickpeas offer a plant-powered trifecta: magnesium, phosphorus, and protein. Magnesium helps activate vitamin D. Phosphorus partners with calcium in the bone matrix. Protein helps rebuild bone tissue. Soak or sprout beans to reduce phytic acid, which can block mineral absorption. 3.15 Pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds, pepitas, are magnesium dynamos. Just 1 ounce has about 150 milligrams of magnesium, covering 35 to 40% of your daily needs. Also provides zinc, phosphorus, and healthy fats. Magnesium helps convert vitamin D to its active form. Snack tip: eat raw or roasted, unsalted, as a crunchy topper for salads, soups, or yogurt. Each of these foods is a small but mighty ally in the fight against bone loss. And the best part? You don't need to overhaul your diet. You just need to add in a few of these superfoods daily. Your bones will thank you. Now, and for decades to come. Chapter 4. What to avoid for stronger bones. When it comes to strong, resilient bones, what you remove from your diet can be just as important as what you add. While nutrient-rich superfoods build bone density, certain foods and habits can actively weaken your skeleton, accelerating loss of bone mass and increasing fracture risk. Let's explore 5 common culprits that silently sabotage bone health, especially as we age. 4.1 Soft drinks, especially colas. Soda may be refreshing, but it's devastating for your bones, especially colas. Why? Because most colas contain phosphoric acid, a chemical that disrupts the delicate balance between phosphorus and calcium in your bloodstream. When phosphoric acid levels rise and calcium intake isn't adequate, your body may pull calcium from your bones to neutralize the acid, leading to bone demineralization. Studies have shown a clear link between cola consumption and lower bone mineral density, particularly in women. Even diet sodas, which contain no sugar, can still have the same damaging acids. Better alternatives: sparkling mineral water with lemon, unsweetened iced herbal teas, coconut water, low sugar varieties. 4.2 Excessive caffeine. Coffee has its perks: antioxidants, mental alertness, even some protective effects for aging brains. But when it comes to bone health, moderation matters. Research shows that consuming more than 300 milligrams of caffeine per day, roughly 3 cups of brewed coffee, can lead to increased calcium loss through urine, especially if calcium intake is already low. Caffeine may also impair the intestinal absorption of calcium, compounding the issue. That doesn't mean you need to give up your morning cup. Instead, stick to 1 to 2 cups of coffee per day. Opt for low-acid brews or herbal teas. Pair coffee with calcium-rich meals to buffer the effect. 4.3 Too much salt. Salt doesn't just raise blood pressure, it may also steal calcium from your bones. Excess sodium causes the kidneys to excrete more calcium in urine. Over time, this can lead to reduced bone density, particularly in individuals with low dietary calcium. The average American consumes over 3,400 milligrams of sodium per day, far above the recommended 2,300 milligrams. Processed foods, think canned soups, frozen dinners, fast food, are the biggest contributors. Tips to reduce sodium. Cook more meals at home from scratch. Use herbs and spices instead of salt. Read nutrition labels. Look for low sodium or 140 milligrams per serving. Rinse canned foods like beans. To wash off excess salt, 4.4 ultra-processed foods. Highly processed foods are often nutrient-poor and additive-rich, a double threat to bone health. Here's why. They often contain refined sugars, which may increase inflammation and promote calcium loss through the urine. Many have phosphates and preservatives that disrupt calcium-phosphorus balance. They usually lack bone-critical nutrients like magnesium, vitamin K2, or protein. Over time, a diet high in ultra-processed foods is associated with lower bone mineral density and higher fracture risk, especially in aging adults. Examples of ultra-processed foods to limit: packaged snacks, chips, crackers, processed meats, sausages, deli slices, frozen dinners, and instant noodles. Sweetened breakfast cereals. Store-bought baked goods. Instead, choose whole grains. Fresh produce, legumes, nuts, and seeds. Homemade meals with real ingredients. 4.5. Alcohol, a glass of red wine, now and then might support heart health, but excessive alcohol is a major bone wrecker. Here's how alcohol weakens bones. It interferes with vitamin D activation, reducing calcium absorption. It impairs osteoblast activity, the very cells that build new bone. It disrupts hormone levels, including estrogen and testosterone, both critical for maintaining bone mass. Heavy alcohol use is directly linked to osteoporosis and increased fracture risk, particularly in the hips and spine. Recommendations: stick to no more than 1 drink per day for women, 2 drinks per day for men. Choose lower sugar options: dry wine, spirits with soda water. Incorporate alcohol-free days each week. Explore mocktails or kombucha for social occasions. Bone health isn't just about what you eat, it's about what you avoid. By minimizing these bone-depleting culprits, you're not only protecting your skeleton, you're preserving your independence, balance, and freedom for years to come. Chapter 5. Daily Meal. Blueprint for Stronger Bones. When it comes to keeping your bones strong and healthy after 50, what you eat every day really matters. Here's a simple and delicious daily meal plan packed with bone-boosting superfoods that are easy to prepare and full of nutrients. Breakfast. Start your day with a bowl of Greek yogurt topped with chia seeds and fresh blueberries. Greek yogurt is rich in calcium and protein, both essential for maintaining strong bones and muscle health. Chia seeds add a powerful punch of omega-3 fatty acids and fiber, which help your body absorb calcium better. Blueberries bring antioxidants to the table, protecting your bone cells from damage caused by aging. Pair this with a cup of green tea or a warm mug of bone broth. Green tea is loaded with antioxidants called polyphenols that reduce inflammation and may slow bone loss. Bone broth, on the other hand, is packed with collagen and minerals like calcium and magnesium that support the structure and strength of your bones and joints. Lunch. For lunch, enjoy a salmon salad loaded with kale, arugula, pumpkin seeds, and drizzle with olive oil. Salmon is a fantastic source of vitamin D and omega-3s, which enhance calcium absorption and reduce inflammation. Dark leafy greens like kale and arugula provide plenty of calcium, vitamin K, and other minerals essential for bone health. Pumpkin seeds add magnesium, a key mineral for bone density, while olive oil offers healthy fats that help your body absorb these nutrients. On the side, snack on some fresh figs and almonds. Figs are naturally high in calcium and antioxidants, and almonds are a great source of magnesium and protein, both vital for keeping bones strong. Dinner. Dinner is a nourishing mix of stir-fried tofu with broccoli and brown rice. Tofu is an excellent plant-based protein rich in calcium, perfect for those reducing animal protein intake. Broccoli provides vitamin K, calcium, and vitamin C, which is important for collagen formation in bones. Brown rice offers complex carbohydrates and magnesium, supporting overall bone health and energy. Complement your meal with a glass of fortified plant milk or kefir. Fortified plant milk, like almond or oat milk, is enriched with calcium and vitamin D, while kefir brings probiotics into your diet, improving digestion and nutrient absorption. Evening. To wind down, sip on a warm cup of bone broth paired with a prune snack. Bone broth continues to supply collagen and minerals, while prunes are well known for supporting bone density due to their high antioxidant content. Finish off with a small square of 85% dark chocolate rich in magnesium. Magnesium plays a crucial role in bone formation and helps regulate calcium levels. Plus, it's a satisfying treat to end the day. This daily blueprint is designed to keep your bones strong and healthy with easy-to-find, nutrient-packed foods. A perfect guide to eating well after 50. Chapter 6. Lifestyle Factors that Amplify Nutrition. Eating the right foods is only one piece of the puzzle when it comes to strong, healthy bones after 50. To truly maximize bone health, it's essential to combine good nutrition with lifestyle habits that support bone growth and maintenance. Let's break down 5 key lifestyle factors that work hand in hand with your diet to keep your bones strong. 6.1. Strength training. One of the most effective ways to build and maintain bone density is through strength training. Just like lifting weights helps build muscle, it also signals your bones to grow stronger. When you put stress on your bones during weight-bearing exercises, whether it's lifting dumbbells, resistance bands, or bodyweight moves like squats and lunges, your body responds by increasing bone mass in those areas. This is crucial after 50, when natural bone loss tends to accelerate. Even moderate strength training 2 to 3 times a week can make a big difference in preventing fractures and osteoporosis. 6.2. Walking and impact movement. Not everyone wants to hit the gym for weights, and that's okay. Walking and other impact movements like dancing, jogging, or even gentle jumping can help maintain bone integrity too. The moderate impact from your feet hitting the ground stimulates bone remodeling, which keeps bones dense and strong. Just 30 minutes of brisk walking most days of the week can support your skeletal health. Plus, activities like dancing bring joy and balance improvements, reducing fall risk, a major factor in bone fractures among seniors. 6.3. Sunlight exposure vitamin D plays a critical role in helping your body absorb calcium, which is essential for bone health. Your skin produces vitamin D naturally when exposed to sunlight. Aim for about 10 to 20 minutes of daily sun exposure, preferably in the morning or late afternoon when UV rays are less intense. This small but regular dose of sunlight activates vitamin D in your body, boosting calcium absorption and supporting healthy bones. Just be mindful to avoid sunburn, and if you live in less sunny areas, consider a vitamin D supplement after consulting your doctor. 6.4. Sleep. Your bones don't just stay the same. They're constantly being broken down and rebuilt. Most of this important rebuilding happens during deep sleep. Prioritizing good quality sleep is essential to give your body the time it needs to repair bone tissue and regulate hormones that affect bone metabolism. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of restful sleep each night. Creating a calming bedtime routine, avoiding screens before bed, and managing sleep disorders can all help improve your sleep quality and, by extension, your bone health. 6.5. Stress management. Chronic stress can be damaging to your bones. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol, a hormone that, in high levels over time, can reduce bone density by interfering with bone formation and calcium absorption. Managing stress is not just good for your mental health, It's vital for your bones too. Techniques like meditation, deep breathing exercises, yoga, or simply spending time in nature can help lower cortisol levels. Finding healthy ways to cope with stress supports both your mind and your skeletal system. By combining these lifestyle habits with your bone boosting nutrition, you create a powerful synergy that helps maintain and even improve your bone health after 50. Remember, strong bones come from a balance of good food, movement, rest, and stress control.